Common marmosets are a type of monkey. Marmosets, together with tamarins, belong to the taxonomic family called the Callitrichidae. Common marmosets are a particular species of marmoset among many other in the group, or genus, Callitrix. Their Latin scientific name is Callitrix jacus. Common marmosets have distinctive white ear tufts and a striped tail, with alternate wide dark and narrow pale bands. Their coat is streaked with grey, black, brown and orange. Young marmosets lack the adult markings. Like other primates, marmosets rely mainly on their sight. They also use scent marking to communicate, and they are highly vocal. Common marmosets in the wild weigh between 300 and 350 grams, lighter than a regular-sized tin of baked beans. Captive marmosets can be heavier. Females are around the same size as males. Wild common marmosets are quite a varied diet. They forage for animal prey by stalking and pouncing. Prey includes insects, such as grasshoppers, cockroaches, crickets, and larvae, spiders, snails, frogs, lizards, and, rarely, small birds, and their eggs and nestlings. They also eat fruit, flowers, and nectar. Common marmosets have specially enlarged front teeth, incisors, which allow them to gnaw trees so that gum flows out. Their digestive system is also adapted to allow feeding on this exudate. Gum is a source of energy-rich food. A group of marmosets will often feed on the same tree, making multiple gouge holes. The ability to feed on gum gives them a reliable supply of food when fruit is scarce or distant. Gum is available all year round, whereas fruit is seasonal. The nails of marmosets have evolved to look like claws, and all but their big toe. These claw-like nails allow them to climb and cling to trees like squirrels, and allow them to get their food. Marmosets go to the ground only rarely. They can leap across gaps in the foliage. The densely packed vegetation midsection of the forest offers support for their movement. Common marmosets come from the Atlantic coastal forest of northeast Brazil. They have now been introduced to some parts of southeastern Brazil, including Sugarloaf Mountain in Rio de Janeiro. They are very adaptable and live in a variety of habitats. Common marmosets typically inhabit semi-deciduous secondary forest, and the caatinga with its savanna-like characteristics, but also tree plantations, swamps, and even urban areas. Group size ranges from about 3 to 15 individuals, and groups usually consist of the breeding pair, their offspring, and occasionally some unrelated individuals. The breeding female is dominant and suppresses other females from reproducing most of the time. 80% of groups are monogamous, only the breeding pair mates. Groups are stable, but individuals, mostly females, do leave the group. Marmosets normally give birth to twins. Pregnancy lasts 150 days. The babies are cared for by all group members, the mother, father, and others in the group, which are usually the baby's brothers and sisters. Parental care is learnt, so it is vital that everyone gets experience in carrying and caring for infants, if they are to make good parents themselves. Members of a marmoset group also share a territory which they defend against neighbouring groups, to whom they are usually aggressive. They are very vigilant, as they have many predators, and they alarm vocalize to alert everyone in the group of danger. Natural predators include birds of prey and snakes, as well as some mammals. Their daily distance, that they travel is relatively small, roughly a couple of 100 meters. They tend to sleep in tree branches near to where they were last feeding. Common marmosets are very sociable. They should never be housed on their own, and they do not make good pets. This website provides information on how best to care for marmosets in captivity, with practical advice and photographs and video examples. Understanding common marmoset calls and behaviour allows us to interpret their state of well-being. You can hear all common marmoset calls and watch the range of their behaviour here on our website. We also provide links to further information and other useful websites.